Hi guys, it's Beth and welcome back to my channel. Today is the fourth and final week of the Crafty Christmas Collab 2020. This is a collaboration that I've hosted for the month of November. Each week we share a new project using the same Christmas pad or collection. And it's been a lot of fun. I've gotten a lot of great projects out of it. So there is also a list of other participants in the description box below, so please be sure to go check them out here in a bit and see what they have made for the final week as well. So I have been working with the classic vintage pad from Craftsmart, and this week for my fourth project I have made a December daily journal. And I'll try to keep this quick. It's a pretty thick journal, but I'll try to keep this quick and then kind of just give you one last look at all the other projects I've made this month, and then give you a chance to go check out everybody else's too, because there's lots of great projects in this collab this year. So anyway, I took one of the scene patterns from the pad and I just trimmed it down for my journal cover, and I tend to make my journal covers like just shy of 9 inches by 11 inches, and that's because I like to laminate them, kind of like the traveler's notebooks. I like to laminate them just for like sturdiness, and so that is the max size that will fit in a standard size lamination pouch. So then on the inside, I don't have anything on the insides of the covers. And then I didn't add any extra paper to this journal. Normally I try to add some vintage filler type papers, envelopes, and things like that. I didn't, because this is fairly thick paper and the journal is already getting pretty chunky, and so I just focused on using the paper from the pad. So I've got like little corner pockets, and then these were one of the cut apart pages in the pad, these little postcards, so I've included them just kind of as decoration and journal spots. I have belly bands. And I also haven't really decorated it much as far as embellishments. I've added some pattern paper to some of the back of the white pages, just to add some color to the page. But I figured if it's going to be a December daily, I will let the recipient, or whoever ends up with it, decorate it. And so I'll include a bag or a pack of embellishments along with the journal, and I'll show you that here in a bit. So this was a cut apart from the pad as well, and I just thought it might make a good journal spot on this page, and then you can fit something underneath it if you wanted to include pictures. Some of the pages I folded over and added the strip, which is the tear strip on the pad. I just added that just for some extra color, and then glued those down. Another belly band. This was a cut apart as well that I made. It's kind of left it up at the top so you again could slide pictures in there, and I just created a little tag with some of the other pattern paper to tuck in there so that somebody would know that it's, you can slide something underneath it. I did bring in some fibers with this one here. I just added a little bit of white lace. And then there are times where, like here, I've actually glued the fold over down to the page itself, and then sometimes I just left it as more of a tip out. So with this one, I added another tear strip, the brown one, and then added some white rack to cover like where they meet. And then I added this strip of pattern paper on the back side of it. 2 reasons. One, just to add some color to the page, and it's kind of like a little surprise when you open the tip out. But then also where I added the brown, I added the brown tear strip to the reindeer page, and then I wanted to cover up that seam on the back side. So it's kind of a 2-fold strip there on the inside of that. And this one I glued down the top and the bottom, so it's an actual pocket. This is the center of my journal, and so I glued the two ends together, and this creates a pocket to cover where the elastic comes out in the middle of the journal. And so this was a cut apart from the pad as well. So I did do a couple of places of embellishment in here. This I ended up making a little bookmark out of some of the scraps I had. This is a little pocket. Again, brought in some lace. Another tip out. Here I added some real thin red rickrack. This was the top part of this page right here, and it had greetings, and so I just kind of turned it into a giant tag and then tucked it in. And then here I've also included some foam. It's like glitter foam rickrack. And this one is another pocket. So not, you know, a horribly complicated journal, but it is really thick. And I made sure this is one time where I was glad that the back sides of the pages were white, because if it's a December daily, like, you're going to want to include pictures, but you're also going to want to include some journaling. So at least with the white pages, I tried to leave them white so that, you know, they could be used for journaling, or you could add pictures. It, you know, could go either way. Okay, so that is the journal itself. And then I have some elastic cord that I used to sew up the journal with, and then create the band that goes around it. And again, you know, from the outside it almost looks like a traveler's notebook, but it's a journal. So then here on the front of it, I took some vinyl, white vinyl, and just put the words "Hello December," just to kind of decorate the top part there. So then the pad also came with the cut-aparts that are numbered for like a Christmas countdown. And so for week 2, I had made my little advent calendar here, and I have all the little the bags or pouches, and incorporated the countdown cut-aparts on them as well. So they're like 25 little bags that you can fill and use as a countdown to Christmas. And so there were some other ones that I had used, some of the ones that were more image-based to make cards, and then, so I don't have a full set of the numbered cut-aparts left, but I thought that would be good for a December daily, because you may not need to include, you know, a number for every day, or you can kind of mix and match. So I thought I would include the number cut-aparts that I had left, and then throw in like the missing numbers with maybe this little glitter set that I have. So that will go along with the journal. And then once I'm done with making some cards, I'm probably going to go through and take some of the pattern paper that I have left and create some little journal cards or some other ephemera. And then this was a cut apart from the pad, and then this was something I had printed out from my silhouette. So I will continue to kind of add to the embellishment stash, but that was my project for this week. So again, for one of the other weeks, I had made this box and these little pouches using my silhouette to create an advent calendar. Then I think the very first week, I made hot cocoa packets using some business envelopes, and that's normally what I include in them: some Nestle's hot chocolate, and then a candy cane. And then the last project that I made were these, and this was last week, these little gift tags that fit a Ghirardelli square in them. So I did finally get some more of the Ghirardelli squares so I could include those. And then I've tied them up and kind of left this open so somebody could tie it onto a gift bag. And then I figure the majority of you voted for including the chocolates, and so I did. Thank you all for your advice on that. And then I was trying to figure out how to package them and like what size bag I have that would work best. And this is one that I'm trying to use up because they aren't self-sealing, and so it fits 2 in there together. I could probably might even be able to fit 4 if I showed 2 from the back, but I figure I can always add a topper or something and then fold those over. But so those are the projects that I have made with my pad thus far. I'm enjoying this pad, and I'm also really enjoying seeing all of the other projects that the collab participants have been making. I've gotten some great inspiration and ideas, and hopefully those of you who have been following along have also gotten some great inspiration and ideas. But this is the last week, and I will continue to work on this pad, so you are still going to see projects from this pad into December as well, because I do want to finish it off because I really like it. So anyway, that's what I have today. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Be sure to check out the participants in the description box below, and I hope you're all having a crafty day. And tomorrow is Thanksgiving here in the US, so for those of you that are celebrating, I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving and find a way to celebrate and bring some joy into your life. Bye, guys.